Hello guys, this is ChessMasterStream and today I'm playing 30 minutes rapid chess tournament. So there is a 0 increment, so you don't get any bonus time whenever you make a move. And so far there's 19 players and it says it's around 1 out of 4. So it's only gonna be 4 games, so each game is really important. I had some recording difficulties, so I already started the game with the Scandinavian defense. So they advanced. I tried to put pressure on those guys with the knight move, and yeah, so this move is a little dangerous because of the queen check, but you know what, I'm not afraid. I will just play a pawn up and see how it goes. But they decided to pin the knight. I could unpin, but I didn't really like this move, so I would have to move the bishop twice. So my apologies. So yeah, I decided just to develop e-pawn and leave this line open for my queen in case they ever capture, so queen will recapture f6 pawn. And they decided to take out a knight, doubling my pawns, but I'm happy because I get the bishop pair, and also this guy will see a daylight over here because there is a locked position with the pawns right now, so my bishop cannot go outside. You know, everybody wants to go outside and play, so here we go, some developing moves. Now they cannot castle because of my bishop, so they have to do something, and they played knight c3, and I think this is the point I should start developing the bishop. They will try to kick it away with some moves like that, but we will see. Okay, they unpin. So now the big question, should I go with knight here? They can take, I will take back with my g-pawn, and there is no safe place for my king anymore. Or I develop the knight in a very bad place. Knight on the rim usually is dim, but then I get to castle. Another thing is that they could take out the knight. If I take back with the pawn, there's another open file, so maybe in the end my king will stay in the middle of the board. I could also take their pawn. Or else I should not rush with the castling move, maybe a little pawn push, so trying to undouble my doubled pawns. Since I have 30 minutes to think, I don't really need to rush in the next move. I kinda like my light square bishop, also dark square bishop, they both are quite strong. I could also try for something like queen here, and then knight developing move, and the queen would protect this pawn. That would take a couple moves, so yeah. And another thing is, let's pay attention to our opponent moves. So what is good for them? Really good for them would be castles, right? They cannot do it because as I mentioned previously, my bishop is covering the f1 square, so you cannot castle through check. That's the rule of the game. They could develop the queen. They could play pawn moves, as I said previously as well. So bishop would have a little dance here, going backwards. So what else? For us it would be nice to put the rook on a semi-open file. And yeah, I think I could try to undouble the pawns to get rid of this c-pawn. It's actually doing quite nice job keeping an eye of the b5 square. Also the bishop is doing the same. So if I take first, they can take back with the knight, hitting this guy. So I'm not gonna take, maybe let's start with the pawn push, so we'll see what they're going to do. This Scandinavian defense advanced variation is not the easiest to play actually. More often than not, opponents like to take the d5 pawn, so I recapture with the queen, and then they develop their knight with the tempo at the queen. But okay, let's see where we go with this. I just did some chess puzzles, so I feel a little bit sharper than usual. So yeah, I did play a couple chess games as well. I was really good when I had to attack. I did make some mistakes when I had to defend. I don't know why, but I don't really see the best defense move more often than not. So here they could be trying to get rid of my bishop, right? So yeah, but okay, let's take back and we'll see. Maybe they don't want to spend 2 moves on that. Alright. So what is this all about? So now it looks like they want to give me this check. The knight was disturbing. So after the check, there would be something tricky, but no, I don't know. Let's say they check, king up. They could take this guy, but now I take back and hit the queen. Maybe I just start with queen up and put the queen here to defend the king, and also maybe someday prepare to capture. I could capture immediately. They would have the check and then they would take it back, right? So it would look like something like this. Now, okay, I'm gonna defend, because this pawn also is sensitive. So does my rook and horse, knight. So let's defend it a little bit. I know I don't really like to defend, but sometimes you have to do it, right? And also now if I take, there is this pressure on the f pawn. I think I could checkmate, because check and then bishop here, it's almost a mate. Okay, there is a couple pieces defending. So I think I should get my rooks in the game, finish the development, and castle on the king side. Well, if they take my queen, I'm gonna take back with the king, obviously. And it's not a downside that I don't castle now, because since there is no queens on the board, there's also no good way for them to exploit that I didn't really castle. And also now I could just put the rook on f-file, hide the king, and maybe put the knight up. So again, a lot of pressure on the f-pawn. So they decided to move it to close some squares for my knight. But okay, I'm gonna continue with my plan. Wait a second, is this guy trapped? Did they just trap the knight? So if I play g5, okay, they can take it with a bishop, right? So can I prepare for g5 with the h6? They will have enough time to escape with that knight. So I should try to get rid of this guy. So maybe bishop here. Threat is to take. They would have to take back here. Maybe try to kick this guy away with a d4. I think my main priority now is to develop the rooks. Let's not rush with other moves. So let's put the rook where it belongs. I could put it here as well actually, and then push e-pawn. Okay, let's just be a little bit more careful. We still have plenty of time. They're up on time. Well, usually when I make those videos, I always say they're up on time. So this game is not an exception, but I think 20 minutes for us is more than enough to finish this game. We're already at move 14. Alright, so the rook development, so they have to defend. So basically they have to react. Either it's gonna be knight move, rook move, or pawn move, or a castle. Okay, so maybe double the rooks now. I wanted to hide the king as well. They're going to play g5. So after g5 I have place, apologies, I have place for the knight. I could just do something like this and get in the game, or maybe just run on the king's side. So what about this move, forking those guys? This knight is defending, but I could try to remove the defender later on. Anyways, I think one of the strongest moves now could be a rook lift. Maybe here. So, oh wow, oh wow, oh no, that was a misclick. I wanted to think a little bit more about a rook here, a rook to b4, because in case of this I could just take it. Oh, they didn't see it. Wow. Oh wow, we both play so bad. Okay. I wanted to rage, but since they didn't really see it, I don't know. And let's just jump back. That was so stupid move by me. Okay, so now let's double. They're doing this pawn storm. Usually when there is opposite side castling, so one side castles queen side, another side, well, I tried to castle. I didn't really castle, but I'm on a king side, and then opponent's pawns want to make a little pawn storm and go down as fast as possible. Since I had already open file here, I'm feeling pretty good. So they push, and now I have a check. See a check, play a check. What do you say, guys? So this check, king has to go here, and then maybe push the pawn up. Okay, yeah, let's try for that, because this pawn will be really dangerous up here. They should try to get rid of this bishop earlier on with the knight move, because bishop had only one retreat square, and basically knight would cover both of them. But okay, now let's see how it goes, because since when this guy will fall, I think the game will be over for them. And okay, let's check the rankings. We started in a first place, so there is some games already over, and a lot of players are still playing. Okay, so how many games? 4 games still in play. After we finish our game, we'll check out some other players. Okay, at this point I can just retreat the bishop, I guess. Yeah, let's hit the knight where this guy wants to go. Let's see, is there any draws? No draws so far, so it's win or lose. So if they take, I can take back with the bishop or with the pawn. if I take back with the pawn, I would open the rook a file. So I'm thinking maybe I should take back with the bishop. So yeah, that would be a nice idea. Alright, so apologize for the background noise, there is some cleaning happening now. I did told everybody that I will be recording, but looks like in my family people just don't really know what to expect. Alright, so they're taking some time now. Well, I think it's a good thing, because they are a little bit under the pressure. So probably they're thinking about this move. Maybe they don't even consider taking here. Well, then I think I would take for sure, and for them best would be to take back with a pawn, I think. But not quite sure yet, because if they take back with this guy, this diagonal is opened, and maybe I could exploit it later on with my bishop. So that's why it's considered best to take back with a pawn. So let's see, they're really taking time. Okay, maybe I should check on some other games. So let's see how's Nikki doing. First let's count the material, right? Oh, we have a move, okay. Okay, so they just push the pawn down. So should I react with h6? What do you think, guys? Or just ignore this and take their pawn? So if they push down, I will take next pawn with a check. And I think, yeah, well, look at my rooks. I mean, what can they do? I think I could even go for takes, and then take this guy. But let's start by taking. We'll see if they are going to waste another move here, because I really think they should take back now. And to open my rooks, I feel like I could drop back bishop somewhere. So it still keeps an eye on this square, and also could jump over here in some cases. Alright, so they take, and my light square bishop is also not doing anything. I would like to push a pawn up now to weaken their king even more. But yeah, my bishop is kinda stuck because of this knight. Maybe I just take it out straight away. So let's see. I have option to move the rook as well. So let's say I take, they will take back. I move the rook here, so they have to move the bishop. Somehow it feels like I would be losing some pressure. So what else can I do? I could just react and push this guy, but that they would keep on pushing, right? That wouldn't help me much. In case they push here, I can just go up. And what about this push? The rook would just take it. So not good. Alright, I need to activate my light square bishop, so I think I'm gonna take out the knight with my bishop. So less pieces around their king, right? So now at least this bishop can move. Okay, let's do a fork. What do you say, guys? This looks good. They have to defend this pawn now. So either it's gonna be rook lift or rook move. Oh, none of them are possible. Oh, apologies. Okay, I really rushed in that move, but yeah, so basically I'm gonna get this guy now. And I don't think bishop will ever take my knight, because they have really strong bishop. And our knight Well, it's okay. It's doing its job. It's defending the king, right? At least some squares around the king. So I'm really bad with the colors and arrows, but you get the idea, right? So if we win this game, it's plus 25. A draw is minus 12, and losing will be minus 49. So obviously we would like to win this. So now they add a little pressure here, but I'm gonna take the pawn. I will be greedy. They still need to do something with this knight now, so maybe some defense move, but I'm gonna keep eating their pawns. So yeah, I have rooks here aligned against their king, and also now really crazy bishop eating everything. So far so good. I would appreciate a little bit less background noise, but hopefully it's not really possible to hear it much in the microphone. So here another game. So far it what happened? They took piece. Yeah, wow, what was that? So basically someone has hanging rook for one move. Okay, well, chess.com, this is not smart. Whenever they make move, they just flip the boards. Yeah, okay, someone just blundered the rook down the exchange. Okay, that means Jay Carpiso and Nikki, both of them are a little bit amateur, I would say. Okay, so let's say I go here, they will have some discoveries. Probably they will go here, hitting this guy, but bishop will be just in time to defend. So I don't even have to take it with bishop. Let's take it with the knight. So now there's issue. They could just pin it. So I think I missed it completely. Like, yeah, well, I should have taken with the bishop. So is it a blunder, or there is a chance for me? Oh, okay, so now I can do this move because they did this with the wrong rook. Or can I? Alright, well, let's try. I put myself in a tough position. Maybe I rushed in this knight takes g4 move. So how can I deal with this thing now? Sidestep the king, they will go rook here. I'm gonna take the bishop. Yeah, well, okay, let's try for that. It went really on the wrong direction. Also now I have to be careful because I'm again in another pin, so they can take this guy anytime. It's not defended by my pawn. So bishop is still defending it, but we'll see how it's gonna continue here. Alright, so the knight is under fire now. Yeah, I really blundered, so let's take at least a pawn, right? Pawn is a pawn. Oh, and another thing, I could pin this guy, but first I need to move. Whoa, let's not rush. So they have this check. I won't be able to take back. So maybe here. So we're equal now, but I have passed pawns actually. I should now trade down as much as possible and try to push these guys. Yeah, also maybe open this. I would like to pin this pawn so my rooks could finally do some damage. Alright, so they're eating our pawns. That's not good. So let's try to push this guy. They will double as well. Oh, they cannot. My apologies. So yeah. Alright, let's go here. So this knight can go only backwards, so that's a good thing. My bishop is restricting a lot of squares, also this pawn. I should play up against this knight. Maybe pawn move. Okay, but then they would have this check. So once this guy goes back, I'm gonna push the pawn. So the bishop and pawn will be defending each other, and it's gonna be outside passed pawn. So it feels like they really enjoy my bishop. Alright, now I have to play this, and it's gonna be check now here, but I didn't really have much options, and it will be going up, I guess. Yeah, well, let's try to hit it. So they have rook check, but I'm gonna take the knight, so they will not check me with the rook. First they need to run away with the knight. Alright, let's keep pushing. This is why I put the rook here. So yeah, I would like to, I don't know, go even more down with this pawn. So yeah, in this game we both made some blunders. I had also one misclick, and the move 36 we're still fighting. So let's see how Nikki is doing. Oh, okay, so Nikki's game's over. He won by resignation. Okay, so I'm gonna close it down here. Oh, so okay, now it's a little bit bigger. Sorry guys, I didn't really know that. Let's try to checkmate. What do you say? I cannot really move this bishop because of rook check, king down, and they will take this rook. However, I can do this. So this check now is threat. So I think I should get rid of this pawn and then trade down both rooks and try to push my outside passed pawn or two connected passers. This should happen sooner or later, right guys? Somehow I really messed up this position, but I had the right mentality today, so stay focused, don't give up early, and don't let them take easy wins. In case you're down a piece or something, just play it till the end. You know how Magnus Carlsen is doing it. Even though they have equal material, Magnus is always making it really tough for his opponents to win any games. So what if I offer this rook trade now? I am pre-moving a capture, so in case they take, I'm gonna immediately take back. Alright, so what's happening now? Let's say bishop here, rook check, I would go down, another rook check, I would go up. They could take this guy. So what if bishop takes? Okay, this rook also can take back. So I have a check, so rook c8. Question is it any good? So check, they move away. I doubled the rooks, called pigs on the 7th and 2nd rank, so lots of pressure on the knight. If knight moves, I would be hitting this rook, so let's try for that. We'll see how they respond. We still have 10 minutes and 53 seconds. I think as far as we go down to like 3 minutes, I'm not gonna rush. because we are quite deep in the game. It's already move 40, and every next move needs to be thought out a little bit more. Okay, so what next? Let's do this. Can I? So if rook c2, knight can come up here, hitting this rook. Oh, but then I can take this guy. They would take my rook and I would just take back. Alright, let's get rid of some of the pieces, because I really feel like if there's no pieces on the board, I can win this game. All I have to do is to just get rid of b pawn. Maybe, I don't know, trade it for something. Okay, so they give me a check now. Alright, if I go here, they can do a knight check. So I'm gonna go down. There is a bishop check possible, but it's not gonna do any damage. I'm gonna just go up. Yeah, let's go up. No need to waste time on obvious moves. So now they could do this and increase some pressure at this guy. That would just to give up the rook. So their king can move only down. And also I'm now 3 times attacking to the knight, so I don't really know what good they can do. So I think this idea, they give up the rook, get the pawn. Well, it's also bad, everything's bad for them now. I think those rooks are just monsters, and this bishop is not that bad. I mean, it can get some more play maybe later on, and it will guard the key square for my pawn in case it wants to run to the queen, to the first rank. So queen itself just 4 moves away. Yeah, so I think now I regained a control of this game, but I have to be extra careful. Something like this would happen, but yeah, then as I said, I would take, they would take, and I would take back. But yeah, well, let's see what they do. They have also this fabulous button called resign, so they can press it. Sometimes players like to just run the clock till the end. So let's see, we are the last here. Well, it's 30-minute game. I don't know where's everybody rushing. We still have like together 25 minutes. Everybody else already played out their games. So where's the tournament standings? Oh, here. So yeah, R. Fagan. Okay, well, 18 years old probably. Ancient Indian Chess. Neo Binu in the 3rd place. Nikki, we checked their game a little bit, so he didn't see that rook capture immediately. Hello Up wins as well. Rossit, Gunner, and how to pronounce this one? Praggy at the moment. Prague. Alright, well, and we're next, so started with the highest rating. So at this point I could take, but then there will be this discovery check from the rook, and I'm gonna run away. They're going to take my rook, and I'm gonna take their rook, so I'm still going to win material, right? Yeah, so let's do it. So now knight has to move in order for them to give me the discovery check. They can also resign, but still I don't believe they will do it, because we're quite deep in the game, and usually players who play for such a long time, they really want to play till the end. Since there is a 0 increment, so 30-minute game with no bonus time, you can actually try to flag your opponent as well. So I have to go down, right? Yeah, so in case they take my rook, I'm gonna take theirs, and I'll be happy with the trades. So let's say a knight for the bishop is traded and both rooks goes off. I can pretty much win this game with my pawns. So how to avoid more checks? Like this, I think. So yeah, they gave me the bishop, but they get out of a tough situation. So okay, they are really pushing it. Alright, so what if I go down? They cannot take this pawn because my bishop is doing good job keeping an eye on the e6 pawn. So I think I'm gonna divide this video series in 3 parts or maybe 4 parts, depends on how it goes, because this video is already quite long. Alright, so they are looking to give me some checks. Can I just be a little bit annoying and interrupt? So this looks fun to play. Also maybe here, forcing a rook trade. They could just sacrifice rook for a bishop and a pawn. So let's say rook takes bishop, pawn takes, and rook takes back. They would still have some activity, and they would be hitting both of my pawns. Actually, that wouldn't be too bad. So my idea probably would be just to push this guy and give up this pawn. So yeah, it feels like they could sacrifice. Alright, so they say no, we don't sacrifice, we just win stuff. So if knight takes pawn, I can just take it back. There will be some checks, but I will avoid them. And if knight takes bishop, I take back, and they, yeah, well, I think I have to try to get rid of one pair of rooks. So together 2 rooks are really strong, and if I can just get one off, it would be really nice. So let's see what they decide. On those last moves, they're really taking some time. Alright, so they are thinking to come in from the back side. So what if I push the pawn? Bishop would be keeping an eye. Then the knight will just take it. Well, they have really strong knight now. So bishop away. Yeah, well, let's try for this. So they have this check, but I can avoid. And also this rook now has to do something. They could be checking me down. And if I go up, they have another check. Oh, well, they cannot check me here. I'm just gonna take it, right? So let's see. Probably the other players are waiting and thinking, what are we doing so long? So this is game 1 out of 4 games. Looks like 11 players remaining. So yeah, some players just when they lose, they decide they're not gonna wait for so long, and they just withdraw from the tournament. I always try to take my time, not to rush in the next move. Well, I did it once in this game, put us in a little setback, but now I think we are back in control. All we need to do is trade down all the pieces, and the h-pawn will be a monster queen. So I like that they're taking time. Maybe they can manage something here. Let's say rook down. Well, I would immediately capture, I think. So they take back. Oh, okay, they decided to give me a little check. And so I cannot go here, so only move, because in case I move on the c8, they have discovery with knight, so I'm gonna just put my king here. So they have this check now. It's actually getting a little bit scary. After this check I would move sideways, and I should try to put my rook in front of their rook, so to trade down at least this guy. I think those checks from our opponent's side are just a little bit pointless, because in the end they will run out of checks, and I am up in material, outside passed pawn, 2 connected passed pawns. Well, they have 1 passed pawn as well, but I feel like I should be winning this game really easily, so I'm not gonna waste much time in defense moves. So I hope you guys are really enjoying this game, because to be honest I am, and usually I don't enjoy so slow games. I did play some bullet tournaments as well. My bullet rating is not the best, because usually when I record I have a slightly more lag, and my opponents just take me down on time. But I was playing without recording, and immediately I had some rating improvements. But I decided let's not rush with the bullet rating, because first, when you're learning chess, you need to play slower games. You need to get used to the game, you need to learn the openings, and then you can go down the speed. So what they are doing, I don't even understand. Okay, so let's say it's gonna be another check, but I need to do something with this guy first. Maybe I just need to push my pawns now, so since they're so strong. Let's see what they are going to do with that rook. So if they swap the rooks, my rook will be actually in a tricky spot. So yeah, let's say I would go here. That would exploit my king for another check, right? And if I move here, they can just take rook, I take back, and then they check me and take my rook, so I cannot go here. I need to go somewhere where it's not gonna be a check from a knight. So let's imagine my king is here, and now they trade rooks, right? And then they would give check and pick up the rook, in case you didn't follow previously. So again, same thing. So let's dodge all the checks now. Now I think this one works, right? There is poison squares all around my king, so I need to be extra careful. Maybe put the bishop back to give some extra defense. Okay, well, they don't have any checks now. They have to lose some material, or maybe not lose material, just give up something. So it feels like there will be 1 rook now. Oh wow, really? So let's try for this. They're going to go back thinking that, oh, let's repeat, it's gonna be a draw, but then I'm gonna improve the other rook of mine. So actually I could try to pin the knight down to the rook. Alright, so now they have to make a move. So let's see what will be their next move. So once again, apologies for background noises. there's a sister's baby kid today arrived at our home, and sometimes he's a little bit annoying, you know, just like all other kids. So this is a tough spot for me. If I go here, there's a knight check. If I go up, there's a rook check. Oh, there's not a knight check, so I think I'm all good. Yeah. So wait a second, why I'm even moving? Let's just do this. Come on, let's cover. Once this guy will be rolling, I will I will move the bishop somewhere else. So okay, let's come here, and I think now I'm gonna give a couple of checks to this king. We'll see where this guy wants to go. Or maybe just start to push. Alright, let's push, whatever. They don't have much of attack now, so I'm gonna push. So we're down to 5 minutes. They have 6:46. Everybody else is probably super bored now. Yeah, well, sorry guys for letting you to wait so long, but this is a 30-minute tournament. So good thing there's only 4 rounds, right? So it cannot go longer than 4 hours, right? So they're looking to give me a check from a downside. I think I don't care actually. They check, I move up. Yeah, well, let's keep pushing. They're really searching for more checks, but I don't really care. So knight check maybe. Those knights are really tricky. But if knight check, I can come in here. So hitting the... okay, well, wouldn't be hitting their knight, but still there is some tension between the rooks. This rook might be undefended. So yeah, now my pawn is really strong, only 2 moves away from becoming a queen. And I really like that they're taking some time, because more or less every move they're making could be a top move. Well, not every move in this game, obviously. We both made some inaccuracies, some mistakes, but whenever they take more time, they play more quality game, more quality moves, better quality. So now they're hitting the bishop. I wanted to move the bishop here, so it's protected by pawn and covers this square. Yeah, well, let's wait a second. So they will have this check again. I'm gonna block it with the rook, so it should be all fine. Yeah, alright. So maybe I should move the bishop this way. Have to be careful, because this knight can still give me a check. It feels like I made a nice home for my king. So if knight checks, I'm gonna attack the rook, and rook cannot go here. See, that bishop is guarding a really key square now. So if I put it here, that would be my dream square for the bishop, because it would be like super strong. Alright, they're taking time. So is there anything for them to play for actually? Rook here, pile up on this guy. They should play for a draw, but I am pretty safe here, right? These guys are doing great job around my king, making a little penis structure defense. My apologies, guys. So, but that's how it looks, right? Okay, and now I push. They go here. I move my bishop, and they have to give up something. See how good my rooks are defending my pawn. Their knight is on the rim again. Knight on the rim is dim. So yeah, well, at this point they should give up, but we will see how far they want to do this. So cannot go here because of this fork. So I can go up. Yeah, there's no checks because pawns and bishops are covering key squares again. So actually I could have go here in case of this check. I just go back, and if they take this guy, I'm just gonna take this guy. But that would be piece for a piece, right? We want to take the cake. They're trying for some counterplay. Let's not allow them to do anything. So idea is to do what exactly? Maybe push the king here. This check comes here. Yeah, let's just make a run with my king. So they have this check. I'm gonna go away. This actually is safe square here, because the knight is kinda restricted now. Can go only backwards. Yeah, away from the action. That's nice. So now I need to play this. So preparing to promote the pawn. So what they are looking for? Let's do this. I would like to get one of my rooks behind the pawn, so two pieces would be covering the h8. So both of us low on time. So how to deal with this? Maybe here. If they come here now, I'm gonna do this. Alright, let's just take. I'm gonna push now this guy. So see how my bishop is restricting their knight. The knight has only 2 squares to go. Oh, this wins the exchange. Not the exchange, but we trade down. Wow. Okay, you have to trade down now. No choice. I could just play up against this bad knight, but I think I'm just gonna promote this guy. Let's cut the king first. This guy can still go only back. And now time for queen. I'm going to give them check and then pick up the knight. Yeah, see, this wins the knight and the game. Come on, go away. Have to be careful not to give a stalemate. Okay, they resigned. All right, because you know I've given so many stalemates before, so I don't rush with the move. The move was here and then here. All right, well, next game against Hello Up. Hello Up. I'm ChessMasterStream. Come watch me on YouTube. All right. About playing Scotch game just for fun. Let's do it. So now Usually it's trade. So I'm gonna tell him I'm recording, maybe. Alright, so they are not trading down. I like that. Now I can pin the knight, so threat is at d5. Well, it's not a real threat because after this something like this would happen. So, but yeah, well, let's do something. I could take the pawn, I could put the bishop out, they would play this, and then bishop back. Okay, let's do a little dance. What do you say, guys? Yeah, in case knight takes, I can just first take the bishop with check and then take back. Okay, so they decided to move the bishop. Alright, well, I'm gonna defend. I know this is not the best, but okay. Alright, so now what? Now I cannot castle short, I have to go queenside. Because of this move, I had different idea, but okay. So Hello Up is so far playing a good game. So I'm thinking about maybe I should increase pressure on f7. Alright, they decided to go for exchange. So queen is defending the knight, in case you're wondering. Alright, so now we have some pressure. If I could get rid of those guys, castle queenside, I think I could win pretty quickly. Let's try for that. So they don't have anything immediate. Yeah, I'm just making sure, you know. I could also weaken their d file, so my queen and the rook could do some damage. so I was thinking about something like this. That just gives me the queen, gives up. So yeah, after this move they just pick up the knight. Yeah, well, maybe I could have just done something with my knight, maybe defend this guy. Also key square here. But yeah, well, I did see everything. I checked all the queen moves. I didn't really expected them to just take it, but obviously that was the whole point of the rook move. So yeah, alright, well, I'm gonna just give them a check, a Ruski. We'll see if they want to continue this one, but it looks like my video is also now quite long, and I don't really want to go over 2 hours video, so yeah. And after this there's nothing for me. I can just make a flight square for the king. Alright, I'm gonna let him know. I will continue a few more moves and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so far my pieces are defending each other, but yeah, in a higher level game it would be a quick resign from my side, obviously. Since the opponent is 1300, it's still like unclear, because anything can happen. So yeah, I'm thinking to hide my king. Now rook up, and this check would be nice. So let's see. They will give me one of the many checks now. Yeah, this game looks hopeless. So I've been playing chess for years and still I don't really see a lot of progress. Well, this is one of those games you need to grind a lot to improve. Yeah, this is the move. So at least the rooks are a little bit passive now, they cannot really move. And if king goes away, I'm gonna take this pawn. So I made a nice home for my king. I don't know if the best move is played, like next 5 moves I'm done. But if they make a mistake or something, I can still try to fight for the win. Or maybe a draw. Their king is really opened. I could just be sneaky and get a draw. So 3 games in play. Nikki against Indian chess, so ancient Indian chess. Let's check out their game like really quickly. So what's happening? Nikki is up a pawn. Alright, our opponent made a move, so I can take this guy, and it feels like I'm gonna get checkmated soon enough. But before that, I'm gonna give some checks to them. Oh wow, so that was not too good. That was like really bad. Okay, let's get greedy. I am so bad. So yeah, there you go, the tournament. I blundered horse, rook, went down the exchange, everything just was bad. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this stream. I'm not gonna record till the end because there will be 2 more rounds, but in the description I think I'm gonna write down the result, who won. So probably Hello Up might win this tournament because he was playing really good. If I would run computer analysis, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't really have much of a blunders or mistakes. So yeah, well, at least my king has a home, right? I would move here and it's a checkmate, so this is why I resigned. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this game, those games and this tournament. So I hope to see you guys around, and see you next time. Cheers.